Hi, welcome to Pine Hollow's 10-minute field trips. My name is Anita Sanchez, and we're going to be taking some field trips to some places you might not expect. So come on and explore. Uh-oh, looks like this field trip is going to get rained out because it's raining. But we don't have to cancel everything just because it rains. Rain isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a pain if it makes us miss out on something we really want to do. But sometimes if it's raining, I'll go outside anyway and just enjoy the rain. Just because it's a rainy day, you don't have to go indoors. I don't know if you can really say that plants enjoy things the same way people do, but I always kind of like to think of the trees and the grass enjoying that water pouring down on them. We all know trees need water, like all plants do. But how do trees get the water? I mean, they don't have mouths to drink. The way they get it is that they suck it up through their roots. The roots, of course, are way down below our feet, down below the ground, and they suck up the rain that falls on the grass and then sinks down into the ground. We should remember when we look at a tree, we're only seeing half the tree. Half the tree is above ground, but the other half's below ground, all those roots sucking up that rain. Seems as though the birds like rain too. Often you can hear birds singing while it's raining out. They need water, just like trees and plants and people do. Plants that really need some rain are the plants that grow in the cracks in the sidewalk. I've always been amazed at plants that can grow in the little teeny cracks in a sidewalk. But a plant can start growing anywhere as long as it has some sun and a little bit of soil and some rain. Look how many different kinds of plants there are just on this one hillside. You might think, well, only grass grows there. But aside from the grass, there's clover, there's dandelions, there's some of these tiny wildflowers. All different kinds of plants on this one hillside. Uh-oh, litter. Pick that up. Sometimes it's kind of a bummer when the sun goes in, the clouds go over the sky, and the rain starts to come down. How does the rain get up there in the clouds anyway? You've probably heard about the water cycle. When the sun's energy warms water in the sea or a pond or a lake or a river, the water starts to evaporate. It turns into a cloud. It goes up into the air, forms a cloud, and the wind blows the cloud, maybe over your schoolyard, and then the rain falls down. and it goes into the ground and it nourishes the plants and the trees. The roots suck it up, and then the water trickles back through the soil or over the land into the water, and then it evaporates up again and rains down again. So when rain comes down, you never know where it's been. You never know where it's evaporated from. It might have evaporated from the Atlantic Ocean or the Hudson River or a pond right in your backyard. It's not just plants and birds and people that need rain. All living things need water. We don't think too much about bugs, but insects are all around us. Here's some ant hills. See the door right in the middle of the ant hill? The ants built those little ant mounds, grain by grain of sand. And they need water to survive too. Here's a beautiful anthill. Look how hard they worked on that. It's like a miniature volcano. Usually you don't see the ants during the rain because they don't want to get wet. They go down into their burrows down under the ground. Oh, there's one brave ant sticking his head out. Nope, too wet. He's going back down underground. Oh, here he comes again. Spring is a really beautiful time of year. All the flowering trees and plants. But it wouldn't be so beautiful if we didn't get that rain. You know the old saying, April showers bring May flowers. One of my favorite flowers, dandelions. They need the rain too. And it's great we've got so many dandelions here because they provide food, sweet nectar, and pollen for all kinds of creatures. One of the cool things about rain is that it turns dry, hard ground into mud. And it makes mud puddles, which are kind of fun to splash around in, but they're great places for birds. Birds can come down here and get a drink, and they can grab up a beakful of mud to use in building their nest. So when the rain falls and makes the soil wet, it's good for all kinds of things. Thanks for listening. See you next time.